What it do, YouTube, man? It's your boy Dead, man. We back in the chat, we cooking up another banger, man. Welcome to Dare to Do Knowledge, man. Told you I got multiple channels, but this chapter 2, we reading the book Out This World by Neville Goddard. Still saying this not wrong. If you ain't seen chapter 1, go rewind it. Go check out chapter 1. We on chapter 2. Grab a pen, notebook, put in your phone and notes. Might want to grab some of this info. Other than that, just read this chapter and learn something new. Chapter 2 is assumptions.
Chapter 2. Assumptions become facts. Men believe in the reality of the external world because they do not know how to focus and condense their powers to penetrate its thin crust. This book has only one purpose: the removing of the veil of the senses, the traveling into another world. To remove the veil of the senses, we do not employ great effort. The objective world vanishes by turning our attention away from it. We have only to concentrate on the state desired in order to mentally see it. But to give it reality so that it will become an objective fact, we must focus attention upon the invisible state until it has the feeling of reality. When, through concentrated attention, our desire appears to possess the distinctness and feeling of reality, we have given it the right to become a visible, concrete fact. If it is difficult to control the direction of your attention while in a state akin to sleep, you may find gazing fixedly into an object very helpful.
If it is difficult to basically meditate, to control the direction. I be having trouble with this, I ain't gonna lie. Of your attention. While in a state akin to sleep, which is meditation. Akin to sleep. You may find gazing fixedly on an object helpful.
Do not look at its surface, but into and beyond any plane object, such as a wall, a carpet, or any other object which possesses depth. Arrange it to return as little reflection as possible. Imagine then that in this depth you are seeing and hearing what you want to see and hear until your attention is exclusively occupied by the imagined state. At the end of your meditation, when you awake from your controlled waking dream, you feel as though you had returned from a great distance. The visible world which you had shut out returns to consciousness, and by its very presence informs you that you have been self-deceived into believing that the object of your contemplation was real. But if you know that consciousness is the one and only reality, you will remain faithful to your vision, and by this sustained mental attitude, confirm your gift of reality, and prove that you have the power to give reality to your desires, that they may become visible, concrete facts. Define your ideal and concentrate your attention upon the idea of identifying yourself with your ideal. Assume the feeling of being it, the feeling that would be yours were you already the embodiment of your ideal. Then live and act upon this conviction. This assumption, though denied by the senses, if persisted in, will become fact.
Y'all see that? But a lot of us do that. You know how they be like, And they be like, say your daily affirmations, I'm rich, I'm powerful. But in reality, your other senses telling you that you're not. It say, I'm a millionaire. My senses telling me that I'm not. That's crazy. So what he wants you to do, at the end of the meditation, you awake from the controlled waking dream, and you have returned. You have been deceived into believing the object of your conception was real. But if you know the conscious is the one and only reality, when he said that, it's crazy. When you realize the conscious is the one and only reality, you will remain faithful to your vision. Yeah, I ain't write that down. I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. I gotta write that down. If you know your conscious, right? If you know that your conscious is, that's heat, bro. Your conscious is the only reality. You will remain faithful to it. Faithful to it. To your vision. They sustain mental attitude. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all be like, let it play. But I be trying to learn too.
You will know when you have succeeded in fixing the desired state in consciousness by simply looking mentally at the people you know. In dialogues with yourself, you are less inhibited and more sincere than in actual conversations with others. Therefore, the opportunity for self-analysis arises when you are surprised by your mental conversations with others.
Hold on. Define your idea and concentrate your attention upon the idea of identifying yourself with your idea. Assume the feeling of being it, then the feeling that would be yours where you already abundant the idea. Then live and act upon the conviction. So basically, whatever you stepping on with your dreams, live it. So I'm trying to get when they talking about the friends. Okay. You will know when you have succeeded in fixing the desired state and consciousness by simply looking mentally at the people you know. With yourself, you are less inhibited and more sincere than in actual conversations with others. What do you mean more sincere in actual conversation with others? Therefore, the opportunity for self-analyze when you are surprised by your mental conversation with others. Let me let him talk. Let me let him eat it. He said you can see that you changing just by your mental conversation with others.
Embodiment of your ideal. Then live and act upon this conviction. This assumption, though denied by the senses, if persisted in, will become fact. You will know when you have succeeded in fixing the desired state in consciousness by simply looking mentally at the people you know. In dialogues with yourself, you are less inhibited and more sincere than in actual conversations with others. Therefore, the opportunity for self-analysis arises when you are surprised by your mental conversations with others. If you see them as you formerly saw them, you have not changed your concept of self.
So if you still see your friends the same way that you seen them, you ain't changed. Hold on.
For all changes of concepts of self result in a changed relationship to your world.
Bro, they be speaking some goddamn Chinese sometimes. I don't be understanding it. If you could still see the same relationship with your friends, then that ain't changed. Me, now I'm seeing more what? Sympathy. Like you be seeing the battles they be going through, what they be fighting. Back then it used to be they need to get their shit together. Now you like got a deeper meaning of you be like, oh damn, they fighting with life.
Was real. But if you know that consciousness is the one and only reality, you will remain faithful to your vision.
I'm sorry,
and by this sustained mental attitude, confirm your gift of reality and prove that you have the power to give reality to your desires, that they may become visible, concrete facts.
You would know you succeeded the
Define your ideal and concentrate your attention upon the idea of identifying yourself with your ideal. Assume the feeling of being it, the feeling that would be yours were you already the embodiment of your ideal. Then live and act upon this conviction. This assumption, though denied by the senses, if persisted in, will become fact. You will know when you...
You heard that part, persisted. Not one time, every day.
You have succeeded in fixing the desired state in consciousness by simply looking mentally at the people you know. In dialogues with yourself, you are less inhibited and more sincere than in actual conversations with others. Therefore, the opportunity for self-analysis arises when you are surprised by your mental conversations with others. If you see them as you formerly saw them, you have not changed your concept of self. For all changes of concepts of self result in a changed relationship to your world. In your meditation, allow others to see you as they would see you were this new concept of self a concrete fact. You always seem to others an embodiment of the ideal you inspire. Therefore, in meditation, when you contemplate others, you must be seen by them mentally as you would be seen by them physically, were your concept of self an objective fact. That is, in meditation you imagine that they see you expressing that which you desire to be.
Yeah, nigga. I'm sorry if I got white. That see me as that. I got a song. Hey, bro, books like this, bro, it be surprising me. I ain't never read these books, bro. I'm not a big book reader, but I'm happy they made audio books, bro. It just take me a minute with that book. I get scared. I be seeing 100 pages. I be like, oh, audio book. I be seeing an hour. I be like, I can read along. But they be preaching in these books, bro.
You as they would see you were this new concept of self a concrete fact. You always seem to others an embodiment of the ideal you inspire. Therefore, in meditation, when you contemplate others, you must be seen by them mentally as you would be seen by them physically, were your concept.
I gotta write that down. That was fire. Hold on, I'm trying to find it, y'all. If you assume that you are what you want to be, then you will see others as they are related to your assumptions. If however it is the good of others that you desire, then in meditation you must represent them to yourself as already being which you desire to be. It is through desire that you raise above your present spirit. And we ain't ever get to that yet. Audiobook is mixed up with the words. It's different. Here we go. If you assume that you are what you want to be, your desire is fulfilled and in fulfillment all along in its neutral. If you assume that you are what you want to be your desire is fulfilled. you cannot continue desiring what you have already realized. Your desire is something that you labor to fulfill. I don't even think we got there yet. We just jumping. I'm looking. And your meditation allow others to see you as they would see you, were the new concept of yourself. You always seem to others as the ideal you aspire. Therefore, in meditation, when you contempt others, you must be seen by them mentally as you would be seen by them physically. Imagine that they see you expressing that which you desire to be. If you assume that you or what you want to be, your desires fulfilled. And in fulfillment, all longer is neutralized. You cannot continue desiring what you already realize. If you already assume what you wanted to be, you can't. It's no use to I wish. It's already done. You gonna touch it, man? You shouldn't be saying it. It's already stamped. If you assume that, I'm stuck on it. I'm sorry. I'm tweaking. I'm sorry. I shouldn't smoke that blunt. I be needing this motivation, bro. If you assume that you are what you want to be, right? Your desire is fulfilled, bro. Right? And the fulfillment is neutralized. These are the type of books a nigga run from in school. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was not a reader, bro. Nigga, first book I ever bought was Harry Potter, nigga. And I still can't even watch a full movie of it. You neutralized. That's fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You cannot continue desiring what you realize. You cannot continue to. I write what gravitate towards me. Well, I might have to look back. But you have already realized. Right. Your desire is something that you labor to fulfillment. It's recognized as something you already possess. What you already possess. Let me let him say it.
Concept of self an objective fact. That is, in meditation you imagine that they see you expressing that which you desire to be. If you assume that you are what you want to be, your desire is fulfilled, and in fulfillment all longing is neutralized. You cannot continue desiring what you have already realized. Your desire is not something you labor to fulfill. It is recognizing something you already possess. It is assuming the feeling of being that which you desire to be. Believing and being are one. The conceiver and his conception are one.
Believing and being are one. Do you believe? It's crazy. But do you believe?
Therefore, that which you conceive yourself to be can never be so far off as even to be near, for nearness implies separation. If thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. Being is the subject.
You see how they throw them Bible verses in that bitch too? If thou can't believe, right? all things are possible to him that believe. Man, you know how they be talking in the Bible? That shit be weird as hell. They need to break that in urban terms. Belief.
Substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. If you assume that you are what you want.
Yeah, see now it say being is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen yet.
To be, then you will see others as they are related to your assumption.
Okay.
If, however, it is the good of others that you desire, then, in meditation, you must represent them to yourself as already being that which you desire them to be. It is through desire that you rise above your present sphere, and the road from longing to fulfillment is shortened as you experience in imagination what you would experience in the flesh, were you already the embodiment of the ideal you desire to be. I have stated that man has at every moment of time the choice before him which of several futures he will encounter. But the question arises, how is this possible when the experiences of man, awake in the three-dimensional world, are predetermined, as his observation of an event before it occurs implies? This ability to change the future will be seen if we liken the experiences of life on Earth to this printed page. Man experiences events on Earth singly and successively in the same way that you are now experiencing the words of this page. Imagine that every word on this page represents a single sensory impression. To get the context, to understand my meaning, you focus your vision on the first word in the upper left-hand corner, and then move your focus across the page from left to right, letting it fall on the words singly and successively.
Okay.
By the time your eyes reach the last word on this page, you have extracted my meaning. Suppose, however, on looking at the page with all the printed words thereon equally present, you decided to rearrange them. You could, by rearranging them, tell
that nigga doing it with his eyes. He moving that brain.
An entirely different story. In fact, you could tell many different stories. A dream is nothing more than uncontrolled four-dimensional thinking, or the rearrangement of both patterns.
This man said a dream is nothing more than an uncontrolled four-dimensional thinking. They be saying some shit on it, bro. Nothing more than uncontrolled You ain't lying on fourth dimension, bro. I can't control none of them dreams, bro.
Past and future sensory impressions. Man seldom dreams of events in the order in which he experiences them when awake. He usually dreams of two or more events which are separated in time, fused into a single sensory impression. Or, in his dream, he so completely rearranges his single waking sensory impressions.
Bro, I hate the dreams, nigga, and you dream that you was at work. Bro, what the fuck? I had a whole dream I was at work, a whole work situation.
That he does not recognize them when he encounters them in his waking state. For example, I dreamed that I delivered a package to the restaurant in my apartment building. The hostess said to me, "You can't leave that there." Whereupon the elevator operator gave me a few letters, and as I thanked him for them, he in turn thanked me. At this point, the night elevator operator appeared and waved a greeting to me. The following day, as I left my apartment, I picked up a few letters which had been placed at my door. On my way down, I gave the day elevator operator a tip and thanked him for taking care of my mail, whereupon he thanked me for the tip. On my return home that day, I overheard a doorman say to a delivery man, "You can't leave that there." As I was about to take the elevator up to my apartment, I was attracted by a familiar face in the restaurant, and as I looked in, the hostess greeted me with a smile. Late that night, I escorted my dinner guests to the elevator, and as I said goodbye to them, the night operator waved goodnight to me. By simply rearranging a few of the single sensory impressions I was destined to encounter, and by fusing two or more of them into single sensory impressions, I constructed a dream which differed quite a bit from my waking experience. When we have learned to control the movements of our attention in the four-dimensional world, we shall be able to consciously create circumstances in the three-dimensional world.
When we have learned to control the movements of our attention in the fourth dimension, we shall be able to create circumstances in the third dimensional world. We learn to control this through the walking dream.
We learn this control through the waking dream, where our attention can be maintained without effort, for attention minus effort is indispensable to changing the future. We can, in a controlled waking dream, consciously construct an event which we desire to experience in the three-dimensional world. The sensory impressions we use to construct our waking dream are present realities displaced in time, or the four-dimensional world. All that we do in constructing the waking dream is to select from the vast array of sensory impressions those which, when they are properly arranged, imply that we have realized our desire. With the dream clearly defined, we relax in a chair and induce a state of consciousness akin to sleep, a state which, although bordering on sleep,
I swear to God, I be hating it, bro, but I'm learning. Okay, they say when people be like they can't meditate, it's too many thoughts. That mean you too tired. You not tired yet. You gotta hit the meditate state. I'm learning. When your ass about to fall asleep, that drowsiness, that's when you still able to control. Yeah, I just learned that. Man, I ain't past the first level yet.
Leaves us in conscious control of the movements of our attention. When we have achieved that state, we experience in imagination what we would experience in reality, were this waking dream an objective fact. In applying this technique to change the future, it is important always to remember that the only thing which occupies the mind during the waking dream is the waking dream, the predetermined action which implies the fulfillment of our desire. How the waking dream becomes physical fact is not our concern. Our acceptance of the waking dream as physical reality wills the means for its fulfillment. Let me again lay the foundation of changing the future.
Hey, go get your paper. They say, hey, we finna give you the notes to change the future. Yeah, change the future. Let's say number 1. Define your objective. Know definitely what you want. What you want. Okay, so know what you want. Construct an event which you believe you will encounter following the fulfillment of your desire, something which you have the action of self, an event which implies the fulfillment of desire. Immobilize the body and do a state of consciousness akin to sleep that mentally feel yourself right into the proposed action, imaginary all while you are performing the action here and now. So you experience in the imagination that you experience in the flesh. You'll not realize you're God. Okay, construct. Number 2, I'm gonna need some help on that. I'm gonna let them say that. Construct an event which you believe. I'm gonna write mine down too as we speaking. You will encounter. Encounter. Yeah, I see me. Probably not. Encounter. Following fulfillment. Following the fulfillment of your desire. Something which you have the accent of self. Hey, you ain't never too grown to do homework, bro. Something which have the action self. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which applies to fulfillment of desire.
which is nothing more than a controlled waking dream. 1. Define your objective. Know definitely what you want. 2. Construct an event which you believe you will encounter following the fulfillment of your desire, something which will have the action of self-predominant, an event which implies the fulfillment of your desire. 3. Immobilize the physical body and induce a state of consciousness akin to sleep. Then mentally feel yourself right into the proposed action, imagining all the while that you are actually performing the action here and now, so that you experience in imagination what you would experience in the flesh.
So imagine what your dream now, like living day to day. So that you can experience the imagination you experience in the flesh. Imagination. In the flesh. I gotta do my homework later. That's why I'm writing on my note. I gotta write what I want. Realize your goal.
Were you now to realize your goal? Experience has convinced me that this is the perfect way to achieve my goal. However, my own many failures would convict me were I to imply that I have completely mastered the movements of my attention. I can, however, with the ancient teacher say, "This one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before, I press toward the mark for the prize." Chapter 3. Power.
Alright. Right now we're gonna end in that since this is chapter 2. We're gonna do chapter by chapter. So in chapter 2, what y'all summary? What y'all take from it? Let me show where I got from it. Where I got the ones that hit me the most. Let me see. Was I taking notes or was I tripping? No, I was taking notes. Okay, the ones that I got. It is difficult to control the direction of your attention while in a state akin to sleep. You might find it helpful glazing on the object. So basically, putting your focus, like, let's say this soda can, but you're going to look past the soda can type shit. Like, you feel me? You're going to stare in that direction. Then, if you know the conscious is the only reality, you will remain faithful to that vision with a good mental attitude. So, if you know your goal, what you headed to in the future, you just bring that into now. So live it, because hey, I already know that bad coming. So basically, I already know I'm gonna be rich. So just live it, just speak it. Have that confidence that you got already. Get that attitude, no matter bills, all that. Keep that same attitude. Then that was the third thing. If you assume that you are what you want to be, your desire is fulfilled, basically. If you assume what you want to be in the future, your desire is fulfilled. You want to be a boss, act like a boss. Assume it, okay? Because in fulfillment, everything is neutralized. Then you got, if you continue to desire, you cannot continue to desire what you have realized. You can't desire what you are. See, that's another one. Believing and being are one. So if you believe in something, that's what you're going to become. Believing is becoming one. Then I say, if thou, see, they hit you with the Bible verse. If you can't believe all the things were possible to him, gotta believe. Then they say, a dream is nothing more than an uncontrolled fourth dimensional thinking. So what a dream is a fourth dimension that where you cannot control that thinking. So basically, when you get more power in that fourth dimension, you can use it to change your third dimension thinking. That's crazy. It be game in a book. And the homework they gave y'all to do is step 1, define your objective. Know exactly what you want. What's your goal? Then step 2 is construct a event you believe that encounter will happen. Then follow the fulfillment of your desire. So something which you have the action of self-doing. So basically, imagine that situation that if you want to be a millionaire, what is a millionaire doing on that day? You feel me? So get that. The number 3 is the meditate state. When akin to sleep, not sleepy. You can't do it sleep. So when you about to tap out, so akin to sleep. So that's like down there dozing off. Imagine performing the action here and now that you will experience in imagination when you experience in the flesh. So imagine a situation that you'll be doing when you wake up. So if you can control the sleep stage, you can control your real life. Crazy, man. Y'all tell me what y'all took in y'all notes, put in the comments. We're going to jump on to chapter 3. So I'm going to cut this off and record the next one. Hit the like button. Like, comment, subscribe. It's 12 o'clock at night. Dinner 1. I'm tired, bro. I'll wait till my goddamn keen to sleep mode jump in. I'm going to see you on the next video.